My role is Chief Operating Officer for the Canadian division of Marcus Evans. It involves my working in our Montreal and Toronto offices with our staff and being able to assist them in the processes that we use to obtain new clients. I am responsible for finding the right people to introduce into our companies in both offices, and I am responsible for doing regular training in both the physical side of the job, which is how we carry out our day-to-day, as well as the mental and emotional side of the job, which is has a lot to do with just people having the right attitude and being able to be focused on success. What I enjoy most is the diversity of the job. Every day brings something different. I also enjoy seeing people who we bring into our organization with raw skills and turning them into top performing people in our company and people who are the envy of other organizations because the development program is so strong. So I would say that would be the most satisfying part of my job, is seeing people really succeed and become very effective professionals. It's excellent. It's a vibrant organization with a lot of high-quality people. Every day is very different, and because it's a private company, there's a lot of influence that we can have on things that are happening. So being able to access the right people, bring forward good ideas, is certainly something that we can do. So when it comes to moving mountains, we can certainly do that just on the basis of having good ideas and knowing the right channels to make them happen. Sky's the limit, really, or no sky's the limit. Every year that I've been with the company, this is my 11th year, there has been career growth. So even though I started at the same level as anyone else in the company, I was promoted to senior, and then to manager, and then to director, and then to general manager in a steady career progression. Now, with my responsibilities, I'm able to have an influence in a broad way, and I fully expect that it will continue to grow at the same rate as it has for the last 11 years. Attitude is the biggest reason why people succeed at Marcus Evans. We really have a can-do philosophy, and a philosophy that anything is possible. So by taking talented people who have the right attitude and the right desire to succeed with the processes that we teach and are able to share with people, there's really it is their attitude and their desire to continue to grow that dictates how much they grow. A very different philosophy than necessarily expecting that predetermined credentials or experience is going to be the most important part of someone's career. That's not the case in Marcus Evans, even though it can be very powerful. It's really what people do with that, and the attitude that they bring to the job day to day that influences how they grow, and that's the most important thing for anyone to realize in the company. I guess my biggest challenge was I was coming from a completely different place. I was more of an academic. I used to teach graduate school at university, and so it was just a very different career path. I also had my own business, and I guess I came into the job because of the unlimited earning potential, and I saw this as an opportunity to really be able to replace the income that I was leaving in my own business. And I guess my biggest challenge was one of humility, in the sense that I really had to liberate myself from some of the things that I had learned elsewhere, and really had to learn the importance of applying the processes at Marcus Evans, which are very powerful. My willingness to do that was key in being able to become a top performer in the company and to establish that in my first year. But it was not without some growing pains and maybe an ability to put aside some of the things and unlearn some processes that might not have been up to the caliber that is taught at Marcus Evans. It's all about training and support. The whole philosophy of the company is one of development, and it's really taking people and developing them into top caliber performers. And the only way that the company can have that approach, rather than going out and trying to cherry pick or necessarily find people, by having a philosophy of promoting people, starting everyone at the same level and promoting people on the basis of two meritorious factors: one, their performance, and two, the leadership that they show. The only way that that's going to work is with a very robust training. So now in my current role, it's all about training and retraining the process. Every day I start the day with a training program which is innovative, state-of-the-art, the type of thing when I was a consultant and had my own business as a trainer would take days to put together. Now we're putting together very, very high-level trainings each and every day, and the byproduct of that, after a number of days or weeks or months, tends to be tremendous learning and tremendous career growth for the employees. So top-notch training on all levels. In many ways, through being a global company, the company is very interested in using the other offices and the geographical regions to teach people the job. In my first year with the company, I was able to spend 3 weeks in Amsterdam after I won a competition, another 2 weeks in our Paris office to work with some people in Europe to really get that regional experience. That was huge in my ability to come back to North America and apply things that I had learned, best practices on a global level. And it started from there. There's regional training, there's regular training. The whole company is really structured on the basis of success at all levels. So there is no one that is not being incentivized within the organization for someone to succeed. Everyone wants everyone else to succeed, and that steady direction of desire is there, and it makes it that it's unlimited growth. And the training is really set up in accordance with that goal.